Color me not surprised. Yes, sir. The Seahawks mean business. Absolute business out in Seattle. Firing Ryan Grubb after one season. The health department done shut down your boy Grubb. Now, in the past, 2-3 weeks, I've been hinting at it, wondering, right? I didn't hint at it. I said it. I wonder if Grubb is a one-and-done candidate and if your man Mike Macdonald would go, being a Baltimore Raven like for most of his career, being around an organization like that, it just seemed like Ryan Grubb, the hiring of Ryan Grubb, I ain't going to lie, it took me back. I was like, what? I was like, damn, he wants to go with this dude. And a dude that we know is going to be a passing game guru who does not really come with any run game credentials, never coordinated in the NFL. As a first-time coach, I thought he would lean on maybe some type of veteran coordinator, maybe a former head coach at the offensive coordinator position as well. But, man, he had just brand new people at every spot, and they still went 10-7. That's why the Seahawks are a scary bunch. Now you have to think that Mike Macdonald goes and gets somebody a lot more balanced. You fans wanted the passing game to be in vogue in Seattle after years and years of being one of the more roughneck teams in the NFL, relying on the run game, which I always admired from afar. But, man, definitely went and spun a complete 180 getting someone like Ryan Grubb. So the results were kind of mixed there. If you really look at it, right, even in this ESPN article here, they talked about the ranks and 20 points a game, right? 21st in offensive scoring at 20 points per game, 14th in total offense, right? 8th in passing yards, but you're still think about that. So that means that damn rushing game, 28th in rushing at 95 yards a game. The Seattle Seahawks, 28th in rushing. It doesn't even sound right. 17th in yards per carry at 4.2. So, and a lot of that was the end of the year, really kind of climbing that up when they had a few explosive run games there. But, man, think about a guy like Kenneth Walker being under 4 yards a carry and all that. We know that a lot of that falls on the offensive line, and a lot of that falls on the offensive coordinator as well. Your man Ryan Grubb refused to go to the run, even in obvious games where it's like, all right, they're going to open this bad boy up. I forget the game a couple of games ago where I just like, oh, yeah, the Chicago Bears game, right? You know those guys can't stop the run, and he still passed the ball a lot, right? And it was in rainy conditions out in cold-ass Chicago, right? So not a good fit for a Mike Macdonald type team, right? Or a Mike Macdonald team. But here's the thing, right? This is something that, I have to say. Sometimes I wonder, and remember, we talked about all these offensive coordinators who are head coaches who act as their own play caller and all that. To me, that seems to be the way to go in the NFL right now. It's hard to find some of these really great offensive minds, and you're better off rotating at the defensive coordinator spot. Because the minute you find one of these dope-ass offensive coordinators, somebody's going to hire them. So you're going to have to keep going through this anyway. But what's done is done. I think Mike Macdonald is a really good coach, has a really good head on his shoulders, and I like the approach, right? Getting rid of guys in the middle of the season who are starters, you mean business. Think about that right there. So I can't think of anybody off the top. A lot of the guys you would think about, it would being a lateral move. It wouldn't make sense for them. We have to get back to some candidates here at another time there. I saw where my boy, who means a lot to me, Coach Doug Peterson, is available after getting fired from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, he's definitely run a balanced offense, Super Bowl winning head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles a handful of years ago, and working with a guy like Trevor Lawrence, he didn't go that well, you know what I mean? But sometimes you can't just go by what you see at the moment, right? Just like you guys did with Dan Quinn. How did that work out right there? Dan Quinn killing it in Washington. You guys, in my poll, were prisoners of the moment. First, you wanted Dan Quinn in the original poll. Remember that? He won by a landslide. And then in the second poll, after they lost that playoff game, he had one bad game or whatever like that. You guys flipped on it. He ended up last in the poll. So don't be a prisoner of the moment. But definitely do your due diligence there. So I'll be interested to hear some of the names that come out. I wouldn't dip back into college anymore, man. Get some NFL guys. He should probably dip back into the Baltimore Ravens organization or somebody in the pipeline like that, in my opinion there. The current Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator, once again, did the damn thing, right? You see the Ravens, number one in offense, again. That's a dangerous team. All they needed was the weapons, right? I used to say that when I covered that team. All they needed was weapons, and you would see the best of Lamar Jackson, who was already a great player. Now he's a 2-time MVP, could be 3-time MVP, but the Detroit Lions, we talked about their offensive coordinator being the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks last cycle. And, you already dipped into the Kyle Shanahan way of doing things. I was keeping an eye out for Mike McDaniel in Miami, wondering if he would get fired, but I think I saw where they said that he will be coming back. So I can't say that anybody jumps off the page immediately. Like a lot of that, like I said before, a lot of the hot names, like my man who came from the Rams organization, who's the Falcons offensive coordinator, would he leave for a lateral move? It wouldn't be in his best interest, right? He needs to get head coaching, some head coaching publicity, if anything. So I don't know, right? Kellen Moore with the Eagles, he definitely did the damn thing, and he showed that he can be a great run game guy as well. He needs to be someone's head coach. I doubt he leaves for a lateral move as well. So I don't know. You guys have to let me know some of the names that you would want to see and the style of offense that you guys would want to see as well there. But I commend Mike McDonald, man. He don't give a rip, right? Very much from the John Harbaugh school of doing things, right? So let me know, man. Interesting development. Not one that I'm shocked over by any stretch of the imagination. I kind of felt it coming. To me, it just didn't seem like a good fit. But those are my opinions there. All right, so let me know what you think. All right, big love. And it's also crazy if you haven't taken advantage of BetUS's 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next two. Listen, playoffs is the payoff, so it's time for you to get in on the action. It's going to be fun no matter what. It's going to be a very competitive playoffs, so make sure you're having fun, and you can do that at BetUS by entering that promo code YouTube150. You see it on the screen, YouTube150. Getting that 24/7 customer support, 24-hour payouts on the whole 9. Make sure you're getting in on those prop bets, prop builders, and parlays. No doubt about that, bad boy. Make sure you tell them Murph sent you so you can get that 150% sign-up bonus, 125% on your next two. Promo code YouTube150. Let's get it.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.